Hey, is this Don?
This is Don.
Hey, Don, it's Clint. We are live on In the Loop.
How you doing?
Not too bad. Everybody, this is Don Helbig. He is you're the PR, is it the manager, PR guru, PR guy in charge of PR?
Yeah, any title you want to use on that, but yeah, the PR person at Kings Island.
All right, yes.
Hi, Don.
Hi, Don.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hello. Now,
I know that voice.
You guys have, it sounds like trouble. You guys have a pretty big coaster going up over there, right?
That's right, we do. The world's longest inverted roller coaster, Banshee. It's going to make its highly anticipated debut on April 18th. That'll be the opening day for Kings Island this year. Now, the day before will be Media Day, obviously, but, very excited about that. The interest not only going coast to coast, but also internationally. There's not a day that doesn't go by that, we're not getting a lot of phone calls, emails, things like that. Everybody wanting to know, where it is, in the construction phase and things like that. So it's, very exciting to see just how much interest there is in this new ride.
Now, while we touched on Media Day a little bit, Tim just sent me over some notes from the coaster crew here to make sure that I talked about this. And while we have you on the phone, I guess we could talk about it. That is, Kings Island has announced that they're going to be letting card-carrying members of certain coaster enthusiast groups come in for Banshee's Media Day, which is April 17th. And the coaster crew is one of those invited coaster clubs.
Yeah, that's right. Coaster crew is invited, and so far with the RSVPs coming in, great representation, and that's great to see. And they're not going to be disappointed. If you come to Media Day, you're going to get the opportunity to be among the first to ride Banshee, but also that day the flight deck roller coaster, which has been renamed the Bat, and is undergoing a new paint scheme. Right now we're painting the ride. The track's going to be orange. The columns are going to be 2 shades of charcoal. The trains will be painted black. We'll also open that ride up that day as well, so you'll also be the first to ride the Bat under its new theme.
Now, I have always said, and I still stand by it, I still think now the Bat is the best suspended coaster left of the country. I've always thought that was the best one over Iron Dragon, all those guys. I like it's now the Bat the best, so...
Yeah, it's been a good ride. It's been a reliable ride. It's been there for 20 seasons, and I think, with the new team, it just really brings new life to it as well.
Now, I also want to say that we were teaming up with the largest Kings Island fan base community, KICentral.com. We're teaming up with them as well to represent at the Media Day and some of our events that we're going to be hosting at Kings Island over the 2014 season. So we look forward to having those guys join us as well.
Yeah, it's a very passionate group of Kings Island fans. Also, they're very interested in what's going on elsewhere in the industry. And I think the partnership between Coaster Crew and Kings Island Central, it's going to be a great one. And, I think that, between the great people that you have, what KI Central has, I think, everybody getting to meet each other, I think it's just going to really help both sides. All
right, so whereabouts are we in construction of Banshee?
We are heading down the home stretch right now. It could be done as early as Friday, early next week. There's just a couple of track elements left to go. The carousel is one of the final pieces. They're working on that today. The outside loop was topped off last week. So we really have that and a couple other elements, and it'll be done as far as the track work goes, but still a lot of work to be done in the station. A lot of the electrical work, that's ongoing right now. We could have power as early as next week as well. So it's getting there. And we also do a lot of the landscaping work, and put the outside to queuing and those kind of things. But the next exciting piece after the track gets done would be the arrival of the trains, and that should be at the end of the month here, early next week.
Awesome. Now, with you have to be nerding out about this. Do you go out to the construction site often and just kind of peek around and nose around? And it's just such a huge coaster.
It is huge. I think that's one of the things that's going to blow people away. You've seen other inverted roller coasters out there, and then there's Banshee. Just the sheer massiveness of each of the loops. It's much, much larger with the loops than what you see on other inverted roller coasters. The site for it, simply amazing. It has a 208-foot elevation drop from the highest point of the ride, which is the 167-foot lift hill, down to the lowest part of the ride, which is between loops 4 and 5. So you got that 208 feet of difference. It drops off into like a ravine down into a valley. So if you're on the midway, you'll be able to see part of the ride, then the train's just going to disappear. And then it'll pop back up right before it goes into the station. So a lot of really cool elements with it. If you like the Beast at night, and I think it's arguably the best night ride out there for roller coasters, Banshee, I think, is going to give it a run for its money as far as a night ride. So when you go to Kings Island, not only do you want to ride Banshee during the day, but I think you also want to ride it at night because, like the Beast, it's going to be two different animals there.
Awesome. Now, this was actually kind of fun. The Legend used to do some podcasts way back in the day, some video YouTubes called A Walk in the Park. And over the last week or so, he put up one of his old episodes of him walking around Kings Island. And I think it was the year that Cedar Fair purchased Kings Island. Is that correct, Legend?
I honestly don't remember, but that would make sense because there was still a whole bunch of Paramount stuff in the park.
Yeah, I'm
posters
pretty
for
sure.
Braveheart.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when I was listening to it, that's what I gathered. It was the year after the Cedar Fair purchase, which was very, very soon before the season opened. I believe it was like right before the season opened, a couple weeks, wasn't it?
It was about midway through the 2006 season on June 30th.
That's right.
When that purchase was announced. So not too deep into the season, but yeah, back in 2006.
I was thinking about Geauga Lake. Geauga Lake was purchased just before their season opened, and then the Cedar Fair purchase, that was in the middle of the season. And now that I think about it, it was either 2006 or maybe 2007 that the video took place. But it was kind of neat, him walking around and seeing the different things that were around the park way back in the day. And I believe the feature of the video was definitely the going to the bubblegum shrimp bar.
Lieutenant Dan's Backwater Bar?
There you go.
Still have the bar back there, but it's now called the Beer Garden.
Ah, yes.
It's still there, but a lot of good appetizers and things like that. And that's also the Beer Garden right there by the little pond near the Viking Ferry. That is an outstanding place as well to watch Banshee in action.
All right, very good. So anything else that we need to touch up on Banshee? We got the media day on April 17th. If people want to be a part of the action on the 17th, what do they have to do?
Well, what you need to do is you need to go online, visit kingsisland.com/Banshee Media Day, and you just fill out the information there, check the box that you're a member of Coaster Crew. You'll get a little pop-up message that says your RSVP went through. Then we'll email out more detailed information as we get closer to the date. And then we look forward to seeing everybody on April 17th. It's going to be an early morning, so get a good night's sleep. We'll start it at 5:30 a.m. for enthusiasts. It'll run till 2 o'clock. There'll be a lot going on. Get a lot of rides on Banshee. Get a chance to see, so many different, enthusiasts, all your Coaster Crew friends. So it's going to be a great day. But also want to mention, I touched on the night ride experience. That's something we're going to do this year as well. On Diamondback, we had the first rider auction. You got one ride on it. But what we're doing with Banshee, it's going to be a different type of experience. We're going to do it at night. It'll be the first night riders, and that'll take place on April 17th after Media Day. And that's going to run from 9 p.m. until 11 p.m. You go online right now at visit kingsisland.com/Scream for a Kid again. Just again, Scream for a Kid again. And all the proceeds from that auction the fundraiser will end up going to an organization with chapters in Cincinnati, Dayton, and Columbus, Ohio. It's called A Kid Again. It's an organization that works with families with kids with life-threatening illnesses, provides them, different adventures and outings. Just a great group. And we ended up raising $107,000 for this organization with Diamondbacks. We're hoping to get closer, be able to beat that. And you just simply sign up online, and you post on your Facebook, your Twitter pages and things like that. Let your friends know that you're trying to raise money. They contribute to your account, just like they do the event that maybe a lot of your listeners are familiar with the Coasting for Kids event that all the Cedar Fair parks do. It's the same kind of format, so it'll be a lot of fun. So if you really want to make a day of it on Media Day, come to Media Day and then also participate in the fundraiser at night.
Awesome. Now, do we have any other questions from Legend, Drew, Eric?
I have two questions. You said there was the giant elevation change on Banshee between the top of the lift and between loops 4 and 5. Is that where your fastest point of the ride's going to be, all the way down there in the valley?
That's a great point, yes. Unlike other roller coasters where they reach their top speed after the first or second drop, first half of the ride, Banshee, the top speed won't be realized until the second half of the ride. And that's really, looking at the ride, that's going to pick up right after you go off of the zero G roll down into the valley and then through the Batwing element. That's where you're going to pick up your top speed. So yes, as you're going through loops 4 and 5, that's where you're going to see it.
That sounds pretty sweet. And then second, we see that you are selling Banshee merchandise. The theme park nerd in me wants to know, will Bat merchandise be available?
On Media Day, yes, starting then. And maybe some of it will be available a little bit before that through our online store, which can be accessed on our website at visitkingsisland.com. But yes, a lot of Banshee merchandise will be available, and it's just now starting to arrive at the park. So as we get more of it in and they start to unpack it and stock it in the store, we'll start posting a lot of pictures and things like that on our social platforms so everybody can see what the options are. But we're very excited about the merchandising line that you can have with Banshee. You know, the name itself lends itself to having some cool things.
Alrighty.
All right, Legend?
I'm good.
All right. Well, the one thing I want to leave you with, Don, is the prediction of how long the line is going to be on opening day. Diamondback had this amazing line, and these aerial photos that you guys had, I don't know if it was from the Eiffel Tower, if you guys had somebody fly over, but you could get all those pictures of the line just wrapping all the way around Diamondback. What are your predictions for Banshee?
Yeah, I mean, remember that day with Diamondback, we went up and took those photos, and it did wrap, like you said, all the way around the whole area of the park going through Planet Snoopy. But, I don't think it'll be as bad as it'll look. And that's the same thing with Diamondback, where it looked like it could be up to 5 hours, but it really wasn't. The capacity on the ride is going to be really strong. So we're looking at, we'll be able to push through close to 1,600 riders per hour. So while it might look long, it'll still move pretty quick. But I would say on opening day, we're going to open on Friday the 18th. So that might be a good day to still come out and ride to Saturday. Those 2 days, I think you probably are going to look at, somewhere between maybe an hour, hour and a half. But because of capacity, it'll move through pretty quick.
All right. Well, that is Don. Thank you very much for stopping by and chatting with us about Media Day and Banshee's construction.
All right, no problem. And we look forward to seeing all the coaster crew members out at the park this summer.
Yeah, I'm actually already talked to Tim yesterday, and it sounds like if everything works out correctly, I'll be able to fly out for just the day. Fly out Wednesday, do the Media Day Thursday, and then fly back Thursday. So hopefully that'll be the plan.
All right. Well, we look forward to having you there and, getting your feedback, seeing what everybody thinks about, our brand new coaster Banshee.
All right. We'll talk to you soon, Don.
All right. Thanks.
All right. That is Don Helbig from Kings Island. Exciting stuff. You just dropped by to chat a little bit about some Banshee. I like it. Banshee, I like it. Banshee, I like it. Banshee, I like it.